zu späterer Stunde begrüßen hier im Allianzstadion und möchte unseren Coach bitten, Johannes, disappointing evening for all of us who support green-white or work in green-white. What's your explanation why the game ended like it ended?
Yeah, obviously a very, very big disappointment. I think it's a hard one for us. That we have to get out of the system as quick as possible so we can be ready for Sunday. There's another task for us, completely different game. I think it will be on Sunday compared to this, but it's a hard one today and will probably also be tomorrow. So out of the system so we can be ready starting Friday.
Thank you. Bitte eure Fragen wie gewohnt, Mikrofon wird gereicht und Johannes Bauer macht in der ersten Reihe für Lola den Beginn.
So the first half was quite bizarre. Lots of chances on your side and one goal on the other. How to explain that the team lost this? I think it was lost the focus in the second half. Why was there not the same tension as there was before the first goal?
Obviously, because the game picture changes completely when they score the first goal. They can be even low on in their defending block, and the spaces are not the same anymore in second half as it was in first half. So then it's a game where we have to bring the ball into the box as much as possible and then create something from there. We also focused in halftime and knew that there would probably be a game with more set pieces offensively for us, corner kicks, free kicks around the box, stuff like that, where we have to take our chances from that because there's not much space. So it's about bringing the ball into the box, and that's of course. Sometimes the ball drops for you and you can score, and sometimes it doesn't. So it was a second half because the spaces were even more tight, so not the same flow and a little bit more direct.
Manfred Schmidt said that he tried to surprise you with the formation. Were you surprised by anything that Hartberg changed in comparison to 3 days ago?
Of course, they changed a little bit, and they probably have had even more defensive players to defend the line. So that can sound so strange, the first 25 minutes we completely dominate and create the chances we could have been up with 2 before they scored the first. So of course they got the result and they are the winners today, and we can applaud them for that. But if it was the changes tactically, I don't know. I saw us creating more than enough to be in front.
Bendy was on point for most of the season. Today he missed the penalty. Will this make anything on the psychological side with him, or are you not worried about that?
Yeah, I don't know. We have to find out the next couple of days, and everyone can miss a penalty. It's probably not the best penalty being made in the history. He made a very good one against Lask, so there was absolutely no doubt that he could do it again. So it's a lot about up to him. Does he still feel the confidence next time we will have a chance in a situation like that? So just like with every other mistake on pitch, it's about how the players they handle it and can get on with it. Will he take the next one? I have to find out. Also talking to him the next couple of days, and then the decision we're gonna make.
4 games remaining now. What will be the main focus after 3 games without a win for those remaining 4 games?
The focus is exactly the same, so that's on the next one, and then this is probably the hardest one of the recent games that we have played. We were still disappointed after the 2-2 game last time against them, but today is harder one because I think we do more than enough, especially in first half, to have the game exactly where we wanted it. And in one single situation in first half, it completely changes, and then that affects us a little bit, the performance in second half probably. So the focus in us is on Sunday and have to be on Sunday. So this is out of the system, like I said, as quick as possible so we can prepare. Good thing is recent history against Salzburg is quite okay. So as soon as this is out of the system and disappointment is gone, then we have to take the positive things from the last 2 games against them and see if we can deliver on the same level.
Danke, Johannes. Thank you, Coach. Bitte schön. Gibt es weitere Fragen an den Trainer? Bitte. Ganz nach hinten zum Thomas Muck und dann keine Partnerschläge. Siehst du, hast du.
Coach, as you said before the before the first goal, everything was running smooth. I had the feeling that it's just a question of seconds to score the first goal. But after the first goal, I've seen a lot of heads went down, a lot of shoulders went down, a lot of self-confidence was missing. It was the same like a couple of games ago, where at the first adversity that your team struck, again the heads and the shoulders went down. Did you see it the same way? And how easy or how tough is it to bring the self-confidence back to the level that you had when everything was running smooth?
I'm not sure I completely agree, because we faced adversity against Lask and played some of our best football 20-30 minutes after that. We were behind 2 times against Hartberg last time, and I only saw a team that was bouncing back and doing their absolute best to get back in the game. So this time is probably the first one. I can understand it a little bit, because it comes from a start of the game. First, I can't remember the minutes, but first 30 minutes where, in my opinion, we should have been in front with two goals, and then it comes out of absolutely nothing. The only time they are really in and around the box, and then that's a hard one to take. And I could see maybe a little bit, as you saw, that we had to get to halftime to get the players back. And I actually think we start second half also quite well. I think we are pushing them back, but we also spoke about that it will be a different game now when they approach a little bit more defensive than last time we played them, and will probably be even more defensive in second half. So we had to take our chances from set pieces and crosses into the box, and that didn't work enough for us, obviously, when we didn't score.
Coach, you said it's a hard one to swallow. Will you analyze it with the team, or do you say, out of the system, it was yesterday, gone and forgotten?
We have to always be critical on our performances, and it doesn't matter how the result is. If we win or lose, we are always looking at how to get better. This one is one where we have to go into details about what went wrong and why couldn't we keep the same tempo after the first goal, and situations like that, because a game like this we should never lose. It's simple as that. So what is it? Is it mentality? Is it quality? Is it decisions? Is it positions on the pitch? We have to find out so we can avoid it in the future.
Final question from my side. Now the debate about the championship, about the title is over. I know it sounds strange, but now there's not a lot of pressure compared to get the championship. Is now the goal to be at least third, to not be in this European playoff for the final Conference League spot?
Yeah, but I think we have to develop a team that can perform also under pressure, because there's always pressure and there's big expectations. So I don't think we should do anything in our performance and in our communication where we try to avoid that. I think we need to embrace it instead and say that that's a part of who we are, that we can perform under pressure as well. So I know I'm disappointed today, and the players are disappointed today. So out of the system, but when we meet each other again and we focus on the next game for us, it's still with the mindset to attack everything that is in front of us, because that's the mentality I want in the group. And I think we have showed it early in this season that we can do it and we can handle the pressure. So I will always prefer that people put pressure on us and expectations on us, because they think we can do it. So we have to get back to that.
Dankeschön, Rainer, deine Frage hat sich übrig, habe ich gesehen. Sonst noch eine abschließende? Alex Huber, bitte.
Coach, in second half it seemed to me that some players lost the face and the focus. And why did you wait quite long for the substitutes like Yusuf Demir? Because in a week with 3 games, I suppose that you will change more and earlier.
Yeah, and that was probably also the plan, actually, to change earlier. But I think the start of the second half was good. We were again in and around the box many times. We had a lot of corner kicks, free kicks, and we're pushing them back. So it was constantly a discussion for us when was the time. And then I think after minute 60 or something, we started to drop a little bit, and it started to be not open game, but not with quality enough. And then there we took the decision to make the changes. But it's when you make some changes in halftime, you also have to give the players a little bit of time to see if they can do it on the pitch. But after around 60 minutes, we decided that we needed some change.
And you had in the start hard defeats like in Rede or the first derby. In comparison to today, is it the hardest? Yes.
This is the hardest one because in Rede, I knew it will be a journey for us where we will get better and better and better after hopefully every game and after every week of training. And also see a team at the moment where they can do what we are training and what I asked them to do, and I don't think that was the case in the game in Rede. So that's why this is the biggest disappointment. And then obviously after the first half, that we go to halftime being 1-0 down, I think it's it was not a shock, but it was not really reflecting the game, I think, in any way. And that's a hard one. And then obviously when you end up losing it 2-0, the second goal is what it is, because we had to push a lot the last 10 minutes, and we knew that could open up for some counter attacks, and that's unfortunately what happens. But this is the biggest one, because I think we are where we're supposed to be, but still to lose a game like this, that's a big disappointment.
Okay, then. Thanks a lot for the interest. Thanks, Coach. We hope today's game is out of all systems, and Sunday 2:30 the next huge game against Salzburg, and on Friday at 1 p.m. the press conference with Coach and the captain in Trainingszentrum. Have a nice evening. Thank you.